Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Terri. I make Philippine updates. Let's start with the Department of Tourism will be launching tourist rest areas throughout the country. But this year, they're gonna be breaking ground on 10 tourist rest areas all over the Philippines. So rest areas, they're talking about not just comfort rooms, they're also talking about information, safety, and security, pasalubong centers, displaying local products. You know, sometimes you go to a restroom, a public restroom, and then the toilet doesn't work, or there's no water, there's no tissue. I'm just speaking the truth. This is quite common. Anyways, another thing the Department of Tourism is eyeing is to have a tourist assistance call center. Local and foreign tourists will soon have a hotline to call should they require information or need any assistance if any untoward incidents occur during their trip. According to Secretary Fresco, this will serve as a one-stop shop for tourists so that they may be able to obtain the assistance that they need, so their experience in the Philippines will be memorable and that they feel safe and secure as they travel across the country. Fair enough. That is good. Another thing that they would probably look at is, you know, locals overcharging tourists, not just foreigners, even Filipino tourists, guys. When we go to another area, sometimes they overcharge us just so because we are tourists. You know what happened in Bohol? Doesn't just happen in Bohol. That is something the Department of Tourism could also look at. On another note, guys, you've seen it on the news, the Philippines peso has plunged to a new record low, weakening against the dollar at, imagine, your $1 is now equivalent to 57 pesos. This is the lowest level the Philippines currency has sunk so far in history. For more than a year now, the US dollar has been gradually gaining strength. Diba guys, ang taas-taas na talaga this year. Compared to its other major global currencies like Euro or Yen, Yuan, Canadian dollar. And of course, hindi lang naman sa Philippines, guys. Look at USD to Euro conversion. Parang same amount na, guys. 1:1 na. Well, that's mainly because of the aggressive increase in interest rates in America, capital inflows doon, taka you have to consider the war in Europe. Energy crisis in Europe continues to get worse and worse almost every day. So this is the current exchange rate for today, guys. O diba ang Canadian dollar taas din, 43. Australian dollars, bakit niya nagpapahuli? Sure. Ano pa? Euro, 56. Halos mas malaki po yung sa US dollars. Diba guys? Even itong Saudi Arabian riyals, umabot na ng 15. Now, a weaker peso may mean more good news in surface for a lot of you. Some may say, yay, more money. If a family relies on overseas remittance, well, yay, mas malaki yung conversion. Imagine, before, $100 would only be 5,500, but now it will be 5,700. Ang laki. But higher import cost would likely push up inflation and offset gains. Kahit pa tumaas yung conversion nyo, mas nagmahal naman dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya wala rin guys, talo pa rin tayo. Kahit pa sabihing nagtaas yung dollars. Pero if you're supporting a family here, if you're going to be sending big amount, maybe it's the best time to do it kasi ang lakas ng conversion. Although the Philippines Statistics Office reported a decrease in the inflation rate, pero ano yung decrease? 0.001%. From 6.4% in July, it's now at 6.3%. So napakalit. Mararamdaman ba yan ng regular na Pilipino? Ewan ko lang. Pero according to several analysts, they expect that the peso will receive support. Kasi nga, well, it's coming. Well, Christmas is coming. We expect an increase in remittances sa mga kababayating OFWs or overseas Filipinos. They will be sending a lot of money to our country. So magkakaroon tayo ng support for our peso, and then exports receipts, business process outsourcing inflows. Kaya confident yung analyst na for the fourth quarter of this year, makakabawi tayo. I was just checking today different providers, remittance companies. MoneyGram is at 56.67, Western Union is at 56.81, Pangea is only at 55.67. That's why I only recommend them if you guys want to avail their promo rate. But for regular use, not so much. Their conversion rate is not great. We have World Remit, which I sometimes use for instant transfers. Their current rate is at 56.28. We have Zoom, very low, 54.9160. Then we have the best, Wise. Wise is currently at 57.26. I think this is the best conversion rate ever compared with everyone else, all the other remittance providers. Wise is at 57.26. I myself use Wise regularly. This is my go-to remittance company, guys. But if you just want to avail of promotion, promo lang rate lang, check out Pangea. This is just if you're sending $500 or less. That promo rate will apply for the first $500 you're going to send. It's at 61.50. You can't get that anywhere. Now, this is a promo rate only for first-time customers. Now, I always avail promotions, guys, of course. Now, if you're traveling to the Philippines, guys, it's still the same. Nothing has changed. You know, if ever something changes, I will make a live or update you immediately. Now, I may be not so regular na in my uploads, but whenever there is a change, you bet I will do it immediately. I will leave whatever I do for you, Char. So, just a quick update. If you're fully vaccinated, there is no quarantine upon arrival. Foreigners, if you want to stay longer than 30 days, go do it. You can do it. You can extend your stay upon arrival here in the Philippines. You can even extend up to 3 years if you're non-visa required. If you're visa required, up to 2 years. Let's say a week or 2 weeks after you arrive in the country, you go to an immigration office, you bring your passport and some cash, you can extend your stay. Alright? While for Balikbayans po, Balikbayan privilege pa rin. You bring your old Filipino passport or birth certificate. Jennifer, what if I don't have that? Can I still avail Balikbayan privilege? Maybe. It would depend on the immigration officer. One Filipina reached out to me 2 weeks ago and she told me, Jen, the immigration officer I was assigned at the airport, she wasn't nice. She looked irritated. Maybe she was tired from work. Anyways, she didn't give me the Balikbayan stamp po. And I asked, oh, how long do you plan to stay in the Philippines ba? She said, just 2 weeks. And then don't worry, guys. Balikbayan privilege can still be given without the old Filipino passport or birth certificate if the immigration gives it to you. Kung ayaw nilang ibigay and then you don't have the old Filipino passport or birth certificate, don't argue, don't fight. Kasi wala kang proof. So, kung sabihin nilang no, edi no. Yun na lang. Mag-extend ka na lang siya immigration. You can still stay longer than 30 days anyway. That's all the update for today, guys. One Health Pass is still a must. And remember that if you register to One Health Pass, don't wait for that confirmation email because they will no longer send it. They don't send it anymore. So once the QR code is shown on your screen, screenshot. Save it on your phone. Don't wait for that email because it will not come. And if ever your flight changes, you need to make a new registration. Ganun lang. So I'll see you with another travel update, guys. Stay safe, you all. Bye.